Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Vol State Community College here in Gallatin, Tennessee for today's non-conference action between Vol State and the Olney Central College Blue Knights. Olney Central traveling in from Illinois. They come in with a record of 10-16. They play in the Great Rivers Athletic Conference. Vol State has a record of 13-18, 5-13 in the TCC AA. Are out of conferences. There are 11 teams that play in the TCC AA, so one's going to be off on any given weekend. Vol State has scheduled Olney Central. I think last weekend Walters was off out of conference, and they played Wabash Valley in a 3-game series. Olney, Illinois is located about 4 hours away from Gallatin, Tennessee. They are, close to Vincennes as I look on the map. Former Vol State Pioneer Kobe Ross, who's on the roster for Olney Central, said that the closest big town to Olney is Champaign. He said that's about an hour and a half, hour 45 away. St. Louis, he said, was about 3 hours away. We are 30 minutes away from Nashville, Tennessee. It's about 20 miles northeast, if you're not familiar with where Gallatin, Tennessee is located. This is Tim Reese, and you're listening and watching on the Vol State Sports Network. Glad to have you here today. I'll get you the Toyota of Gallatin starting lineups. First for the Blue Knights, coached by Daryl Handelsman in his second year. He's assisted by first-year pitching coach Cole Lambert, who played at Oakland City University last year. For the Blue Knights, the center fielder Aiden Capone will lead off. Ren Harper bats second, place third. Caleb Siebers is the shortstop in the 3-hole. Cleanup hitter Andrew Krupa is the first baseman. Landon Smelt behind the plate bats fifth. Brady Mode is the DH. And in the 6th slot, Mike Gunn Jr., the left fielder, plays the same position that he's batting in the lineup. That's the 7th position in left field. He's the 7-hole hitter. Right fielder Max Fort Wendell bats 8th. Micah Austin in second base bats 9th. And on the mound is a right-hander, a redshirt freshman from Orleans, Indiana. And he will face the Vol State lineup that Jim McGuire set out today. It's a little bit different. Have an injury from our leadoff man, Braden Baker, with a lower body, maybe a mid-body. That's probably more of a mid-body injury. Gabe Eddington will lead off. He's going to be the DH for Vol State. Elijah Harris bats second, plays second. Easton Denning at first base, hitting in the 3-hole. Hudson Blank moves over to left field, where Baker has been playing. Blank moves from right to left. He's in the cleanup spot. Noah Rice in center field bats fifth. Tucker Smith will play third for the injured A.J. Armstrong and bats sixth. Jaden Perez slides in to right field, batting seventh, and Bradley Pippin behind the plate hits eighth. Batting ninth, the shortstop, Tucker Lorenz. And on the mound, Nick Godsey is, you may not have seen that, but that's Darren Clark right there, who one of the umpires today. I had a chat with him and had him pull a little bit of a prank on Coach McGuire. Hopefully Coach will talk to me after today. Let's see. And I think he's smiling right now. I'll tell you about it later. Nick Godsey is on the mound for his 9th appearance of the year, all starts. He's from Indianapolis, Indiana. His parents are here, Paul and Suzanne. His brother is on the roster and the starting third baseman for Belmont University, as they are hosting the University of Illinois Chicago for a 3-game set. Godsey is 2-2 in 33 innings. He's got a 4.64 ERA, which leads the club. Also 39 strikeouts leads the club, but he's also the head assassin for the pitching staff. He has 10 hit batters on the year. He'll try to keep the ball off of a Blue Knight batter today. As you see the umpires and coaches meeting at home plate, everybody very careful not to step on any of the white chalk, of course. Ball State, a 3-game series last weekend against Cleveland State, got the Game 1 victory. Then feeling pretty good going into the doubleheader on Saturday. A close game that got out of hand at the end, 9-5 loss to first place Cougars. And then it fell off the rails in the game 2 of the doubleheader. They lost 10-0. Our Mercy Rule 6-inning contest only picked up 2 hits against, I think it was Parker Coe that was the pitcher for Cleveland State. Cleveland State wrapping up their 3-game series with Southwest Tennessee today and currently leading 6-1 last that I checked. That's a 9-inning contest playing at Cleveland. Pellissippi is at Chattanooga State today. Columbia is at Roane State. Motlow at Jackson State. Walter State and who did they play? They already finished their series. They played Dyersburg. They played a single game on Thursday and then a doubleheader yesterday and run ruled, one by 10 and then one by 11 over at Dyersburg. I think the first one was 5 innings, second one was 6 innings. They've got their hitters starting to click on all cylinders. Motlow State shut out Jackson State yesterday 11-0. Cleveland State, Nolan Sargent, one of the top hitters in the conference, hit a walk-off 3-run home run yesterday. And the broadcaster for Cleveland State, Jay Harper, who's calling on the Game Time Sports Network, sent me a text yesterday with a link to that 3-run home run. And he had said that Cleveland State was down 10-3 before mounting the comeback. And it was tied 10-10 going into the final inning. And Sargent hit one out, his 15th home run of the year. He leads Holden Pantier by 2 in that stat. But Pantier is tops in the league in hitting, batting average, and in RBIs. He's hitting right at 500 mark. I think he has 65 RBIs. He does 65. He's hitting 485 on the season with 13 home runs. Last year, Walter State had the Triple Crown winner not only in the TCCAA, but in all of Division I National Junior College. Tyler Myatt, who's now playing at the University of Tennessee, led the country in home runs, RBIs, and batting average. He ended up finishing under 500 for the batting average, but I think he had 31 home runs and 100-plus RBIs. Maybe it was 101, but it was a phenomenal year for the young man who was a redshirt freshman from Tazewell, Tennessee. That's over in Dawson Sweeney's area over there. How far is that from Alcoa? Okay, so it's a little bit of distance. Dawson Sweetland is back from his surgery. He's been out of surgery now 3 weeks, and he is back running the dials. And Nathan Stewart sliding over a chair and is going to handle the PA and DJ duties today as he is spinning the records and he's got the golden voice getting ready. We have a prolonged meeting here at home plate. This game was supposed to start right now, but we have not even had the national anthem. But not sure if they're contemplating ground rules specifically here or just having conversation about local eateries. Anything is possible. Beautiful day here in Middle Tennessee, although it is cool. Yesterday we didn't get the rain that we thought we were going to get earlier in the week. This series was originally scheduled for Friday, Saturday, single game Friday and a doubleheader today, but got pushed just out of caution because of the forecasted rain. And I don't know about at your house if you live here in Middle Tennessee. We didn't get a whole lot, but it has gotten cool, and our temperature in the mid 50s as the Pioneers take the field with their all whites and wearing blue underneath. Is that Hudson Blank's already? No, that's Noah Rice already taking a spill out there in left center field. We'll have to take a break and come back after our national anthem. We'll be right back. And Nathan Stewart says, play ball. That's just what we're going to do. Darren Clark, the field umpire, he's skipping out. Now he's in a light jog out toward first base. Our home plate umpire, Jacob, call me Jake Wolf, veteran umpires here in junior college, and went into the officials' locker room to get names and identify who was handling our games this weekend, and talking to Darren and told him about a concern that Coach McGuire had with his lineup card. He had actually torn the original copy, which is the copy that he gives to the umpires, and he was concerned and he was looking for some tape, came up to the press box. He was looking for some clear tape. So, Coach, all I have is some painter's tape, and I can tape notes up on the area around my windows here to remind me of certain things. And I said, we can just tape the back of it. And he was just a little bit worried about the umpires would accept that. I didn't have an issue. I didn't think it'd be a problem. And but I told Darren Clark, I said, hey, whoever it is that he gives the lineup card, you need to just say, what is this? This is trash. We can't accept this right here. I just want to see what his reaction would be. Darren Clark gave me a little thumbs up, like, okay, yeah, Jake's gonna do it. So apparently, right after that is when the prank was actually handled. So I'll hear about that later from Coach McGuire. This is our 5th year together, so I don't do it often. Occasionally I try to put a little fun into a doubleheader day. Looks good from the press box, though, I'll tell you that. Although, Doc, Sweetland, you're right there by the open window. If you need to turn the heat back up, you're carrying a big pillow there on that left arm. Aiden Capone to lead off for the Blue Knights as we are set for baseball action. First pitch by Nick Gotze, poured in there for a called strike at 1:05 p.m. Central Time. Game time temperature 54 degrees, feels like 52. Brought to you by Accurate Mortgage. chopper to third, one hop. Smith has it. He throws a strike to his buddy Easton Denning for out number one. Aiden Capone from Rockford, Illinois. He's a redshirt freshman. Now Ren Harper steps to the plate. He's a freshman from Terre Haute, Indiana. Harper, a left-handed batter, backs out of the way of an inside fastball. He's leading their club in hitting, 379. Tied for the team lead in runs scored with 23 and leads in hits, doubles, home runs, and RBIs. Godsey spikes that one. The count goes 2 balls and no strikes. 33 hits, including 9 doubles, 6 home runs, 35 runs driven in. He's got a higher base on balls to strikeout ratio. Struck out less times than he's walked, which is a indication of a good eye. It fists that one over to Tucker Smith, who's handled 2 opportunities flawlessly here for out number 2. A.J. Armstrong still injured, as now a couple of lower body injuries. He can't seem to get out of his own way, Anakin Jack Armstrong. Going to have a bodyguard around him. Breaking pitch to Caleb Siebers, the shortstop, right over the Carmi, Illinois. First time I've ever seen that. C-A-R-M-I. That's also fisted, and Tucker Lorenz is going to handle the little flare out behind second base for a 3-up, 3-down as we are getting started in a 7-inning contest. No scores.
Have you ever wondered what happens when you click Buy It Now? A whole series of transactions take place, from the manufacturer to your front door.
That is logistics and supply chain management.
At Vol State, we offer end-to-end supply chain courses.
Going into the future, our students need to understand these processes.
A lot of business is dependent upon getting a product on time.
Students here at Vol State are able to leave here with that knowledge.
Because the supply chain
Is counting on me.
We're all working in the cloud. But what really is the cloud? If you start pulling back the clouds themselves, you find out it's an infrastructure. Computer science is really computer engineering. Right now,
Middle Tennessee is quickly becoming a growing tech hub with several IT companies that are looking for skilled workers.
if you're pursuing the CIT program at Vol State, you're preparing yourself to fill those positions.
Austin Sweetland and Nathan Stewart up here in the press box. He's got a visit from athletic director Bobby Hudson. Been in that position for 20 years. He's been with the school for 40 years. Prior to that, he was a student here at Vol State. So he is all pioneer, Bobby Hudson. He's from right here in Gallatin, went to Gallatin High School. He's an institution here in Sumner County. Hall of Famer, nationally known, and an all-around great guy. I've never met anybody that doesn't love Bobby Hudson. Same for Gabe Eddington, who stands in. He's the DH, two-way player, also a right-handed pitcher. Followed by Elijah Harris and Easton Denning, and Vol State fans hope even more as he swings at the first pitch, and this is way up in the air. Catcher Landon Smelt over dancing, and he overran that pop-up. Eddington has one strike. Normal leadoff batter is Braden Baker, but he's down with a mild injury. Probably wouldn't expect it to last long. I think he'd be back next weekend, would be my guess. Though Brad Swope might be a little better person to ask. He's the athletic trainer here at Vol State. Ball and a strike to Eddington from Clarksville. Called strike. Gabe hitting .270, playing in his 24th game of the year. 10 hits, including 3 doubles. He's got a home run and 4 RBIs, looking to get on the bag. Not sure what that pitch was. Looked like it was off speed. Changeup maybe, and changeup came back into the hands of Eddington. Ian Hall, the right-hander, on the mound. 7 appearances prior. That one's fouled over the maintenance shed off to the right. A Chick-fil-A of Gallatin. Foul ball. Thanks to the folks down the street for their support of Vol State athletics. Part of the Denning family has shown up. Terry and a couple of kids, Easton's dad. There's a base hit into right field. Eddington gets on the sack. Get ready for some action now. A leadoff single for Gabe Eddington as he goes the opposite way. Bring up Elijah Harris, sophomore from Cynthiana, Kentucky. Elijah hitting .278. 22 hits, 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. Playing in his 26th game, getting his 20th start. Eddington leads. It's about an average lead over there at first base. Eddington runs well. Tied with Elijah Harris in the team lead in stolen bases, 5 apiece. They don't run a lot. All State's 23 out of 30. Press box. Hall from the set position. There's a ground ball to third. This could be 2. Harper to second for 1. Harris beats out the throw from Austin. 1 base stealer. Possible base stealer. Exchanges positions with another. Easton Denning steps to the plate, and news for Easton Denning. He has just committed this week to continue his academic and athletic career at Lindenwood University. And he hits one high into right field. Max Fort Wendell coming in, and the second baseman drops the baseball. Hustling to second is Elijah Harris, and he is in there. As pop-ups have been a problem here already. Denning will reach on the E4. And Vol State has 2 on with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Micah Austin moved over behind first base. It was in shallow right field, but over toward the line. Right fielder Fort Wendell looked like he started back because of the swing. As Hudson Blank drills one out to right center field. Fort Wendell over, and he's going to make the catch. Harris thought it might get down, and he did not tag up. That is, I think, 3 of the first 4 players that have swung at the first pitch that they've seen from Hall. Now Noah Rice steps in with 2 out and 2 on. Easton Denning committed to Lindenwood. That's a Division I school. They play in the Ohio Valley Conference, I believe. The OVC. And another first pitch swing. That's a line drive, base hit into right field by Noah Rice. Rounding third, heading to the plate. The throw is cut off, and Harris scores the Framework Athletics first run of the game on an RBI single by Noah Rice. Second hit of the inning. That is an unearned run. Denning moves down to second. Now Tucker Smith steps to the plate. Got a great walk-up song. Smith, Ian Rice together played baseball at Station Camp High School. They both went to Belmont University last year, and they both have transferred here to Vol State, and they both have swung at the first pitch. Smith went to Merrill Hyde High School, but they don't have a baseball team. So he got to pick, and he picked the Station Camp Bison. Stewart doing jumping jacks here in the press box. Like you were doing laps. Tucker Smith down 0-2, hitting 212, 17 hits, 5 doubles, 2 triples, 3 home runs, 15 RBIs. Swing and a miss, and that will end the inning. First strikeout for Hall, as his defense let him down here in the bottom of the first. Could have been an out on Eddington on a pop-up on the first pitch, but Ball State scores 1 unearned run on 2 hits, 1 error, 2 runners left on base. We are through 1, scheduled for 7. You're listening to the Ball State Sports Network.
A degree in criminal justice can help you find the exciting career that you've been looking for. As a member of law enforcement, as a crime scene investigator, a teacher in a classroom, a detective working on cases, a lawyer or judge, or nearly any job where you get to put the bad guys away. Learn more at ballstate.edu.
Cybercrimes take place online, and companies need more well-trained workers to stop it.
Ball State is training me to help combat cybercrimes in the future.
We're training them for those type of jobs that are out there. Ball State CIT programs prepare students to earn industry standard certifications within the IT industry.
I choose Ball State because the future needs me now. My story could be your story.
The Ant rocks. Nick Godsey's aunt, who is here with Paul and Suzanne. Used to get emails from her when big brother Landon Godsey played here. She listened to majority of the broadcast, and she would send an email and let me know that she was out there, and saw her walk into Tim Garrett Baseball Complex today. They paid big money for those front row seats, front and left of the press box. Breaking pitch nips on down the outside corner to Andrew Krupa, the first baseman, who leads off here for the Blue Knights. Change up down low. Krupa, a freshman from Greenwood, Indiana. Ball on a strike, and the pitch. Another breaking pitch. And taken for a called strike. Krupa now down 1-2, hitting .312. 8 doubles, 4 home runs, 24 RBIs for the left-handed hitter. His check swing apparently checked enough. Krupa smelt and mowed due up here in the second. Ball State with the early 1-0 lead. Slider in there, and a swing and a miss for a strikeout. That's the 40th of the year for young Nick Godsey. Another left-handed hitter smelt the catcher. 3 out of the first 5 are left-handed, and Godsey starts him off the same way he started off Krupa, with a slider on the outside corner. Smelt, also a freshman from Peterborough, Ontario. That is not in the United States. It's in Canada, eh? 0-2, swing and a miss. 3 pitches and another strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Nick Godsey. Fastball at the top of the zone. The DH, Brady Mode, steps to the plate. Mode's a sophomore out of Louisville, Kentucky. I think I might have heard the coach, as they swing through another breaking pitch, say that he might have gone to the same high school as Kobe Ross, who is injured but is in attendance. Kobe went to Louisville Christian. Swing and a miss. That's 6 straight strikes. Mowed down in the count 0-2, hitting .273, playing in his 19th game. He tried to step on a fastball there, and it landed high glove side. Godsey trying to strike out the side, and he does it. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 3 straight strikeouts for the young freshman, Nick Godsey. 6 up, 6 down. We head to the bottom of the second.
Hey, Jake, that personal price you gave me was a home run. I can't wait to give you some free baseball lessons.
Man, I'm really excited about this myself. But you do realize the thing with Toyota and Gallatin is everybody gets the personal price. It's what makes us special.
Wait, what? Everybody gets it?
Everybody gets it.
Let's play ball.
Okay.
Jake, you ready?
Let's do this, Coach. Hey, Coach, this is pretty easy.
We'll see about that.
Oh, I think I pulled something.
Yeah, better luck next time, old man.
I think I'm done, Coach. Call 911.
Sweetland said it, so it's true. He's better than the internet. He's our director. He's operating with one hand. That left hand, it's just there for show. Right now, that right hand's doing it all. And the young man is mostly left-handed. You play golf left-handed too? You do everything left-handed? He eats, brushes his teeth, everything. But he had surgery. He's on the mend. Jaden Perez, Bradley Pippen, Tucker Lewins, the 3 Pioneers due up here to face Ian Hall. First pitch swinging. Jaden Perez, that's a Chick-fil-A of Gallatin. Foul ball. So we have determined that Terry Denning did not play baseball here at Vol State. And I talked about that probably 2 weeks ago. I was misinformed. Terry, the pharmacist, played at Columbia State. Those darn Chargers. Perez from Miami, Florida. He drills one in front of Gabe Jennings, who he was nonplussed about it. Gabe's got his hands in his pockets out there on his hoodie. Guess what? He's not ready. Coach McGuire, his hands are down by his side. He is ready. Something comes his way. 0-2 pitch. Changeup swung on a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ian Hall. He struck out Smith to end the first. Bradley Pippen, he is also committed to continue his academic and athletic skills at Erskine College. Is it a fastball up? He's going to be one and done here at Vol State after transferring from MTSU to in the same spot. 2 balls, no strikes. Pippen, a redshirt freshman. 5'10", 180 pounds. Son of Larry and Ginger Pippen, brother to Ada. Got grandparents in Lake Wells, Florida, and in Missouri. He swings it to 2-0, and it's one high in the air. Over is Mike Gunn Jr. in foul territory, and he makes the catch. In foul territory. Route number 2. Blue Knights have struggled with balls in the air so far. 1 for 3. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Tucker Lorenz, the sophomore from Loudon, Tennessee. Don't say he's from Sweetwater. He went to Sweetwater High School. He does not swing at the first pitch, and it's in there for a called strike. Tucker struggling of late at the plate, trying to have a breakout weekend. Lefty on righty matchup, 2 outs and nobody on. Swing and a miss. Went 0 for 6 at Cleveland. Started all 3 games. Struck out 5 of those 6 times to the plate. Did draw a walk. It's that one off the handle and fouls it out of play. A Chick-fil-A of Gallatin foul ball. You can hear the wind blowing out there. It's 10 to, I think, about 16 miles an hour I saw. There's a swing and a miss. A 1-2-3 inning for Ian Hall as Vol State goes down in order. We are through 2. It's 1-0 Vol State.
The demand for mechatronics professionals is on the rise. Students get to earn a wage and college credit simultaneously via our work-based learning program. This hands-on experience gives them a competitive edge in the job market. Industries like automotive, aerospace, electronics, healthcare, and even mining rely heavily on these systems. These positions offer competitive salaries and a chance to contribute to the cutting-edge technologies that are shaping the world around us. Join us in pioneering the future of manufacturing through the power of mechatronics. Visit fallstate.edu to start blazing your pathway now. Classes are available now at the Gallatin and Cookeville campuses. Every day, all around the nation, people find themselves in need of a hero. Fire and emergency medical responders are those heroes we need. They make the difference between life and death. If you desire to make a difference in your community, Ball State is leading the way in training everyday heroes. We offer EMS, paramedic, and fire science programs. Spring 2024 enrollment is now open. Visit ballstate.edu to learn more.
1-0 Vol State leads. Nick Godsey back out for the 3rd inning. Nick's last start went 6 innings, got the victory in that first game at Cleveland State, a 7-4 win. Gave up 4 hits, 2 runs which were earned, walked 3, struck out 5. He's had 2 successive outings of 6 innings that were wins. He was 0-2 for the first 6 appearances of the year. And a ground ball to the left side. That's going to sneak on through as Mike Gunn Jr. reaches base for the first time. For the Blue Knights. Just got into that 5.5 hole. Max Fort Wendell, the right fielder, stands in. Fort Wendell squares around a bunt. The breaking pitch is in there for a called strike. He was not committed to that bunt. Fort Wendell playing in all his 2nd game of the year. 1 for 4 in his only other game, and that one is a home run. Got him picked off. Nick Godsey, not sure if he just guessed right or what happened there. Did we get over there quick enough, Dawson? We didn't get over there. He He was too quick for you, wasn't he? But a pick off of Gunn and a swing and a miss by Fort Wendell. Count 0-2 with one out. Looking to see who their stolen base leader is. It's leadoff batter Capone. Junior's 3 for 3 in Gunn Jr. 3 for 3 in stolen bases. They've stolen 72 of them in 26 games, so they run fairly frequently. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Godsey has a sign and delivers. It's a slider, check swing, and he could not hold up. That's another strikeout by Godsey. That's 4 now in 8 batters. Brings up the 9-hole hitter, Micah Austin. Austin from Slaughters, Kentucky. Went to Webster County High School. He gets that slider, first pitch. Austin hitting .317, playing in game number 18. Almost like a softball move. He'd square around to bunt and then pull it back, but it's not what they call a butcher boy play. He's starting his at-bat with the bat halfway in the bunt position. Now he pulls it back when Godsey starts his windup, and he can't hold up on the 0-2 breaking pitch. Pippin's going to pick it up and throw down to Denning, who's going to get the put out on the 5th strikeout of the game for Godsey. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left aboard. As we will head to the bottom of the 3rd, leading 1-0.
Welcome to the Vol State Nursing Lab. The simulation lab allows students to come in a safe environment and practice real-world patient care without worrying about harming patients. We have 5 high-fidelity mannequins that we use with our nursing students in our lab to simulate real-world scenarios that they're going to see once they're out in the hospitals working. We have an adult mannequin, as you see here. She simulates everything from a normal patient to wounds to trachs, IVs. You can give her medications. We have pediatric mannequins. We have a mom mannequin. We also have other models to where students can start IVs. They can put tubes and drains in. They can remove tubes and drains, do wound care. Also, if we lose clinical placement, then students can still simulate those real-world experiences in the lab to get the same experience and be prepared when they graduate and enter the workforce as a nurse.
Tim Reese, Dawson Sweetland, Nathan Stewart here in the press box. We're in the final months of this press box. Gonna miss it. It'll be torn down after the TBCA showcase that will be held here in the middle of June. And spent a lot of afternoons here at the old ball yard inside the press box. But Dr. Winnie Tossin said it's time for it to go. We got to get a place that's got some bathrooms in it. This is just a press box up top and a concession stand down below. It is time to get some hard top potties. Gabe Eddington leads off the bottom of the 3rd. Hit a single into right field, was erased on a fielder's choice off the bat of Elijah Harris in the 1st. Harris later came around to score the Framework Athletics first and now only run of the game as Eddington fouls one at the plate. Mike Gunn Jr. is the left fielder, Aiden Capone in center, Max Fort Wendell in right, Ren Harper at 3rd, Caleb Siebers at short, Micah Austin at 2nd, Andrew Krupa is the first baseman, Landon Smelt behind the plate. catching Ian Hall in his third inning. It's fouled off the screen. Harris, the on-deck batter, drops his stick and will pick that up. Not sure why they don't take their bats with them. But they don't, I've noticed. Breaking pitch rings him up. Not sure if Gabe would tap the top of his head on that one or not, but that was a pretty good sized breaker right there. That's the fourth strikeout of the game for Hall. He gets the first out here in the bottom of the third. Harris, chopper to third in his first plate appearance. Backs away out of that breaking pitch, but it lands low and away. Harris in his second year with Vol State, got in 13 games a year ago. Fastball up. Count goes 2 balls and no strikes. Harrison County High School in Cynthiana, Kentucky. He's a civil engineering major. Vincent and Rebecca Harris, his parents. Siblings Jordan, Kaya, Kimmy, and Tyler. That one's popped up high in the air down the third base line, and it will land outside of the fencing here at the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex. And that's a Chick-fil-A of Gallatin foul ball. Harris, grandparents in Cynthiana, Mamaw's there, along with Grandma and Grandpa. On deck, Easton Denning from McMinnville. That's ball 4. Harris draws the walk on the 3-1 pitch. That's the first walk of the game by either pitcher. Harris has been on base both times he stepped in there. Now Easton Denning steps in. He had a towering pop-up into shallow right field. That was dropped by Micah Austin, the second baseman. That ultimately led to opportunity for Noah Rice to drive in Harris with a 2-out single. Breaking pitch catches the outside corner. Easton leads the club in doubles with 9. He's tied with a home run lead with Braden Baker, who's not playing today. He's also tied, it's 7 home runs. He's also tied with Hudson Blank in RBIs with 23. The 0-1 pitch drilled down the right field line. That will get over the Bobby Hudson Pavilion down the right field line. As R.J. Moore, former Little League World Series participant, comes bring some baseballs out. They are commemorating the 10th anniversary of the 2016 Goodlettsville Little League All-Star appearance game in the USA Championship. Slow roller backhanded by the first baseman Krupa. He thought that was the third out. He started heading to the dugout after he stepped on the base, but Elijah Harris goes on down to second. On to 3 unassisted. And that'll bring up Blank with a runner at second base. Hudson swung at the first pitch he saw in the first. Flew out to right center field. Fort Wendell now starting to shade over into right center field. Capone and Gunn Jr. playing straight away in center and left. Hudson from Marissa, Illinois. Hello to Joshua and Marissa. His parents, 307 batting average. He has started every game this year. He and Braden Baker up until today. Now he is alone in that category. Played in, I think he probably has started. The stats are showing that he only has 28 starts. I don't think that's right. Sometimes presto. is not correcto. 3-0 pitch coming to Blank, and he will take that at the knees for a called strike. I don't know where I'd go to find that out on Presto. 3-1 pitch. Smoke to the shortstop. That's going to get over his glove into left field. Hudson Blank picks up a 2-out RBI single. The score Harris, who's scored twice. That ball was smashed. Looked like Siebers was going to be able to get over to it. Then it took a hop and he took a dive, and the two did not collide. Now Noah Rice steps to the plate. He had an RBI single last time he came to the plate. Blank is a sophomore, and he's apt to run at times. He's not take off on that pitch. Changeup misses outside. Hudson has 3 stolen bases in 5 attempts. He and A.J. Armstrong and Noah Rice tied for third as Rice swings through. That goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Capone, the center fielder, moves over into left center field. Fort Wendell, the right fielder, follows him in that direction as well. Wind blowing from right field to the left field bullpen. There's a delayed steal. Blank sneaky. He's sneaky, gets in there. The throw not handled. A delayed steal for Blank. He's pulling the old A.J. Armstrong move right there. That's how A.J. picks up. And Hudson Blank started to take off the third. Hall was not paying attention to him, and pretty sure Jim McGuire might have come out of his helmet if Hudson Blank gets thrown out at third base on that one. Hudson, you're in scoring position right now. Third base would be nice. Score on a wild pitch or a pass ball or a balk, but those don't happen all that often. 3 hits now for the Pioneers. Fouled toward the Pickle Field house. Into the parking lot, a Chick-fil-A of Gallatin foul ball. 2 weeks, it is Alumni Weekend, April 11th. Call all your buddies from last year. Dawson, Stewie, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Rice is down on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Ball State pecks away, picks up 1 run on 1 hit. No errors. 1 runner left aboard. We are through 3. The Pioneers lead 2-0.
Man, thanks to that ball and personal price you gave me, I was able to scoop me up some new kicks.
Really? I like those. You look like you're ready for a marathon now.
You know, on second thought, we're always looking for some fresh talent. Have you thought about going back and playing?
Really? Man, have I ever. Wow.
Go to the goal. There you go, buddy. Jake.
You for real, Coach?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about the personal price, Coach. Everybody at Toyota Gallatin gets it. That's what makes us so special.
Well, on second thought, I think we're all booked up.
Come on, Coach. For real? Give me a shot.
We'll pass.
Oh, come on. Wow.
We're jamming to a little Alan Jackson here at Pioneer Field. I don't listen to a whole lot of country music, but when I did, Brooks and Dunn, Alan Jackson, even go way back, Dawson. We go back to Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard. Had me singing at the top of my lungs there. Good thing my window wasn't open. Gotzi, a 2-0 lead, delivers. It's just a little bit inside. To the leadoff batter, Aiden Capone. He grounded out to third base in the first. Fouls that one back. Alumni weekend in a couple weeks, and had several alumni have come by here lately. So if you're an alum, come on. Big to-do on April 11th. I'm sure the good Dr. Wendy Tossenson will be here for the festivities. They might even have giveaways. Ground ball to short. Lorenz waits back and collects, and his throw just gets Capone. That was almost a little bit too lackadaisical. Capone can get down the line. I wondered if maybe Tucker had waited back just too much. His flip to Denning was just in time for out number one. Ren Harper popped out to Tucker Smith, the third baseman. First time he came to the plate. He's grounded this one through the left side. 2 hits now for Olney Central. They've both been in that 5.5 hole. Harper goes the opposite way, the left-handed hitter. He's now 1 for 2. Came in hitting .379. Olney Central's played 26 games. They're 10-16, 2-9 in their conference, the Great Rivers Athletic Conference. Teams like Rend Lake, Shawnee Community College, I believe, is it Kaskaskia? John A. Logan, I believe, is in that league as well. On the inside corner to Caleb Siebers. Frontier Community College, Lakeland College, Lincoln Trail, throw over to first. Harper back in time. Southeastern Illinois College. But I couldn't find a Great Rivers Athletic Conference website. Another throw over. Couldn't find a website for them. I know I've seen one before, but I did effort to look to see the standings for that. But TCCAA has a website. That's popped up in back over the soon-to-be demolished press box. Going to build another one right here in the same site. It's going to have a press box up top, concession stand down in the middle as a runner from first goes, and Bradley Pippin probably should have thrown it. They need to call the runner at second out. I mean, the batter swung. If Pippin grabs the ball, throws to second, he's probably going to get the interference call on the batter, and Harper probably would have been out. Instead, it's just a strikeout. That's the 6th strikeout of the game for Gotzi, and it's 2 outs and a runner at second. Ground ball to second. Backhanded by Elijah Harris. He throws on to Denning for the final out, so it's all moot. It's not mute, it's moot. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left aboard. Home half of the 4th coming up.
Take the step. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Take the step, the one you've always wanted to a better you and a brighter future. Choose a path to create, innovate, or educate. A path to your career. One that builds you as a person, or one where you build for the people of the future. Choose a path to save lives or check eyes, to study the human body, soul, and mind, to fight crime both in person or online, to code the market, or be an entertainment rock star. Take the step to your full potential, to everything you've dreamed of. Take the step here, there, and eventually everywhere. With the pros of the profession, the Grammy winners, the commercial producers, the engineers, the doctors. Life is full of steps, so why not make yours count? This is us. This is Vol State.
Tim Reese back on the Vol State Sports Network. Director for today's game, Dawson Sweetland, back on the injured list. He actually was never off. He just was away for a little bit. Surgery. No Aaron Higgins today on the PADJ. He is AWOL. Did not text me, didn't direct message me on GroupMe. He just no-showed. That's going to be a demerit. It's going to cost him money. It's going to come right out of his pocket. Tucker Smith swings, fouls. First pitch he sees from Ian Hall at the plate. Smith struck out to end the first. Former Belmont Bruin swings and misses on a changeup. He and Nick Gottze's brother Landon were teammates last year, as was Noah Rice. Nolan Sargent, who's playing for Cleveland State now, they were all at Belmont. Swing and a miss, another changeup as Smith has struck out twice in his first two plate appearances. Ian Hall gave up an unearned run in the first and an unearned run after a one-out walk in the third inning. Picked up now 6 strikeouts. Strikeouts in 25 innings. Easton Denning. I'm sorry, not Easton Denning. Jaden Perez is at the plate. Both are left-handed hitters. One has a 1-4 on his back. One has a 1-8. Perez, a strikeout victim, leading off the second. 5'11", 200-pound redshirt freshman from Western High School in Miami, Florida. Son of Roger Perez and Jessica Perez Godoy. Jenna and Jesse, his younger sisters. Nanny, grandma down in Miami, Florida, as well as Abuelo y Abuela. Jaden picked up one of those 2 hits, the 2-hit performance for Vol State at Cleveland in the 10-0 loss last weekend. A strike called on the 3-1. I'm not sure if that was on the swing or on the call. That's what Jaden's asking right now. I can't read lips from a guy who's pointed away from me and has a mask on. Braden Baker picked up the other. Full count, Ministries, full count. That's hit well out to right field. Fort Wendell back, and he went knocking that one down a little bit. He handles that. He went back a couple of steps. 2 up, 2 down here in the fourth. Bradley Pippin steps to the plate. He flew out to the left fielder in foul territory, his first time up. Exciting day here in the press box. Went out and bought some new pens, telling Dawson. Exciting day for the broadcaster. Went to some Fine Point pens, trying out a couple of different brands. See if I like those particular ones for my scorekeeping. So far, so good. Black and blue. Ground ball up the middle. That'll be in there for a 2-out base hit. Pippin picks up the single. 4th hit of the game for Vol State. Had 2 in the first, 1 in the third, now 1 here in the fourth. Brings up Tucker Lorenz, the number 9 hitter. Tuck, the son of Jeremy and Emily Lorenz, big brother to Riley. squaring around a bunt, takes a pitch down low. Papaw and Grammy are in Loudon, as is Doozy. Grandma just texted a former coach here at Vol State, Jim Anglia. Sent him a picture of the field from my vantage point. He is now living in Texas, where he's been living for quite a number of years. One extremely successful man, former groundskeeper for the Texas Rangers. That's popped up, maybe playable. The catcher is looking for some help, but it's going to get out of play. Chick-fil-A of Gallatin, foul ball. Coach Anglia was the second head coach in Vol State history. Tom Kirby here in 1973 when it all started. Jim Anglia here in 1979. He coached in 1980 and 1981. The program ended up getting canceled. He left and became the groundskeeper for what is now the AAA club in Nashville, the Nashville Sounds. It was at that point, I think, a AA franchise for a bunch of different teams. At one point, the Cincinnati Reds, and it's been the Yankees and Oakland. I think right now it's the Milwaukee Brewers, but he was the groundskeeper there for a long time. Then went out, became the groundskeeper for the Texas Rangers. 1-2 pitch to Tucker Lorenz is high. Pippin does not take off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Did you have 2-2? Yes. Toyota Gallatin scoreboard a little behind here. I first met Jim Anglia in 1989 at a Rangers ball game. Swing and a miss on a changeup, and Lorenz is out. I'll finish that story. On the other side, 2-0. Vol State leads after 4.
Have you ever wondered what happens when you click Buy It Now? A whole series of transactions take place, from the manufacturer to your front door.
That is logistics and supply chain management.
At Vol State, we offer end-to-end supply chain courses.
Going into the future, our students need to understand these processes.
A lot of business is dependent upon getting a product on time.
Students here at Vol State are able to leave here with that knowledge.
Because the supply chain
is counting on me.
We're all working in the cloud. But what really is the cloud? If you start pulling back the clouds themselves, you find out it's an infrastructure. Computer science is really computer engineering. Right now,
Middle Tennessee is quickly becoming a growing tech hub with several IT companies that are looking for skilled workers.
if you're pursuing the CIT program at Vol State, you're preparing yourself to fill those positions.
Move to the top of the 5th inning. Nick Godsey back out on the mound. No runs, 2 hits given up. They'll face 5, 6, and 7 in the Olney Central Blue Knights lineup. Landon Smelt, Brady Mode, Mike Gunn Jr. Finish the story about Jim Anglia. So he goes out, becomes the head groundskeeper for the Texas Rangers, and that's where I meet him. Then he's also invented or came up with several things that earned him a good bit of money. And one of them has something to do with like turf conditioner that he had invented. Is Smelt swings and misses. I think he also invented those base plugs that people that have the things, the little feather things that come out. I think I heard somebody say he invented those. But he has had a successful, what would it be? He's like a Bill Marbett for Game Time Sports Fields. Bill Marbett, the head groundskeeper. That one gets out of play for the TCCAA conference tournaments, baseball and softball here in Middle Tennessee. But I know when I was living in Tyler, Texas, they refurbished a field down there called Mike Carter Field. Spent $1 million on it. It was Jim Anglia's company is swinging a miss by Smelt, and another strikeout. Second time he's gone down swinging. 7th strikeout of the game for Godsey. And Jim Anglia was the second coach in Fall State history. Jim McGuire is the 7th. He is in his 5th year, started in 2021. Mode looks at ball 1. Then the program was canceled for 7 years after Coach Anglia. And then Kenny Thomas, KT, came in and put it on the map. 88-99 in his last year. All-State went to the College World Series for the 2nd time. They'd been there in 1995 as well. 1-1 pitch slider, that's in there for a called strike. And Brady Mode, who struck out in his first plate appearance, down in the count, 1-2. Kenny Thomas left to become the head coach at the University of South Carolina Aiken. Swing and a miss. Ball hits the dirt again. Pippin's going to throw down to first to complete the strikeout. Another 2-3. And that's 2 outs and nobody on. Mike Gunn picked up the first hit of the game. First pitch he saw leading off the 3rd. Grounded between short and 3rd. Let's see if he goes after the first pitch. He does not, and that misses, maybe down. Just texted that picture to Jim Anglia to let him know, hey, we're having an alumni weekend here in a couple of weeks and would love to have you back in case you're back in Middle Tennessee visiting. Swing and a miss. I think he lives somewhere in Arlington area in the Metroplex, Dallas-Fort Worth. 1-2. Tapper foul. Talked to him for the first time in probably 20 years, and we talked for an hour and a half. He's a baseball guy. 2 pitches down. Jim Anglia from Antioch, Tennessee. Antioch-Jolton area, just west of Nashville. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Godsey picks up another strikeout. Strikes out the side for the 2nd time. 9 strikeouts in 5 innings. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody. And I mean nobody was left on base. We're going to keep it right here because it's Alley Cassidy Brick and Stone Alumni Spotlight. And we just talked about it, Jim Anglia. We need to get Jim Anglia a brick here in the alumni patio as the 2nd coach ever at Ball State. I might just make that happen. Jim Anglia doesn't listen to the broadcast. He responded to my text, but confident he's not listening. He knows I'm involved with the program, and he's a great ambassador for baseball for sure. But if you have a player who's leaving after this year, it's their final year here at Ball State, to commemorate their time here, $100. And the correct form will get a brick inscribed with the player's name, his year or years that he played here, and the positions that he played. And I will personally have the opportunity to place that brick and replace the Alley Cassidy blank brick that they provided us and get that alumni patio filled up. So send me an email at treesports@gmail.com and let me know. I'm not sure. I think we've got one coming or about to come for Drew Moorhead. He's got a grandma lives up in Bowling Green. That's Joy Newsom. He calls her Grandma Loco, though. He says she's just a little bit crazy. Glad to have Miss Newsom watching on the Vol State Sports Network today, she's emailed treesports@gmail.com. Gabe Eddington leading off an inning for the third time. 1 for 2, singled in the first, struck out looking in the third on a very sharp breaking pitch. That's chopped down the third base line. It'll go foul. 2 balls and a strike. As it shows on our score bug on our screen, also out there on the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard. 2-1 catches the knees on the outside corner. They're hopping over to TOG this morning. I had to go over there and chat with Wayne Hobdy, my salesman. I had some bell or whistle or something that kept on going off. I don't really know what was going on. Chopper to short. Siebers, he airmails that throw, but I think Eddington was going to beat it out. Anyway, we'll see. I will argue a hit, and I'm going to argue it vehemently, and I'm going to put it on my score sheet as an infield single. And they put it up. So my mental telepathy was working with whoever's on that scoreboard down there. That's Eddington's second hit of the game. Let's see if he is on the move. Be ready for a throw over there, Mr. Sweetland. Elijah Harris been on base both times. He's 0 for 1. Squaring around the bunt. Breaking pitch sails high. So Siebers, the shortstop's throw was high. Eddington probably would have beat that out. He does run really well. From Montgomery Central High School. Looks like he's inching off. He does not take off. Harris does not attempt a bunt. As Coach McGuire is flashing the signs down the third base line. Gabe Jennings is the coach at first base, first year volunteer assistant coach. Throw over, and Eddington was leaning, but he was able to get back. Throw to the catcher's or the plate side of first base. Eddington 5 for 5 in stolen bases. Ball and a strike. Eddington is off. The pitch is swung on and popped into right field. Fort Wendell is going to make the catch. Eddington will scamper back as the hit and run apparently was on, or a run and hit. Harris retired for the first time. Flies out to right field for out number 1. Easton Denning to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Denning clan, or part, are here. As I said, I believe that's Easton's girlfriend that's also here. Easton 6'3", 2 1/4, sophomore from Warren County High School. He hits one high out to right field. Back goes Fort Wendell. Denning thinks he got it, and he did. That's a 2-run shot for Easton Denning. He turns the wind around, although the flag out there looks like it's pointed straight down right now, but Easton Denning, from his demeanor at the plate, looked like he thought he had gotten it. I just wasn't sure yet with that wind. I thought another one was deeper. Congratulations, he has just broken the home run tie between he and Braden Baker. That is his 8th of the year. He also has broken the tie in RBIs with Hudson Blank. That's RBIs 24 and 25 for the big man headed to Lindenwood University next year. Hudson Blank, he smacks one out to center field. Aiden Capone back. He's still going back and makes the catch on the warning track. Blank put a charge into that one. Lines out to deep center field. Now 2 outs. Hudson's been bowing up here lately. He hit 2 opposite field home runs at Cleveland State last weekend. That was in 1 game, I believe. Noah Rice Breaking pitch catches the inside corner. Noah Rice has had multiple home runs in a game. Swings through that. Rice has 5 home runs, 16 RBIs. Came in hitting .256. Left-handed hitting center fielder. 5'11", 180 pounds. A business major here at Vol State. Son of Jacoby and Karen Rice. She's got a couple of brothers. Pops that one up. Pop-ups have been a problem here for Olney, but second baseman Micah Austin handles that one for the final out here in the 5th. Before Easton Denning picks up a 2-run home run, drives in Gabe Eddington, who reached on the infield single. Vol State leads 4-0 after 5 innings. We'll be right back.
Hey, Jake, that personal price you gave me was a home run. I can't wait to give you some free baseball lessons.
Man, I'm really excited about this myself. But you do realize the thing with Toyota of Gallatin is everybody gets the personal price. It's what makes us special.
Wait, what? Everybody gets it?
Everybody gets it.
Let's play ball.
Okay.
Jake, you ready?
Let's do this, Coach. Hey, Coach, this is pretty easy.
We'll see about that.
Oh, I think I pulled something.
Yeah, better luck next time, old man.
I think I'm done, Coach. Call 911.
The Pioneers lead, 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Vol State. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Blue Knights of Olney Central, Olney, Illinois. This is game 1 of a doubleheader today. A 9-inning contest tomorrow beginning at 1 p.m. Central. We'll carry it right here on the Ball State Sports Network as we do all home games. Godsey's first pitch to Fort Wendell nearly clipped him, and I think Fort Wendell was upset that he backed out of the way of it. That's a breaking pitch started on the inside corner that catches the outside corner for a called strike. Take a hack, Max. Got a pinch hitter on deck. That was my helper before the game, Mr. Jones. Swing and a miss. 10th strikeout of the ball game for Nick Godsey. Pretty sure that's the most he's had, as Dalton Jones is the pinch hitter, Dalton Jones. Pitching here in the 6th inning. Godsey, I'm not sure if Coach will let him go the whole game or not. Might. He's had some pretty short innings. But a left-handed pinch hitter here in the top of the 6th. Dalton Jones from Shelbyville, Indiana. A freshman. He helped me with the pronunciation of players' names. Batting for Micah Austin. Don't think that Mr. Jones is going to go into play second base, though. On deck, the leadoff batter, Aiden Cope, is off-speed pitch, swung on and missed, and Gotze's ahead. Ring him up. That is a backward K in the book of number 11. Capone steps in. Trying to look back now to see most strikeouts. I'm confident this is the most he's ever had in a collegiate game. 7 was his previous high. He has 11. At 7. That was against Southwest Tennessee in a 3-1 loss. Right down Broadway as the count now is 0-2. Capone's 0 for 2. He's grounded out to third, and he's grounded out to short. Nick Gotze trying to strike out his 6th straight batter. And for the 3rd time, striking out the side. Struck out the side in the 2nd. Struck out the side in the 5th, trying to go back-to-back. And a 1-2 pitch to Capone, and he gets it done. Back-to-back strikeouts. 12 in 6 innings for Nick Gotze. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. Ball State.
Welcome to the Vol State Nursing Lab. The simulation lab allows students to come in a safe environment and practice real-world patient care without worrying about harming patients. We have 5 high-fidelity mannequins that we use with our nursing students in our lab to simulate real-world scenarios that they're going to see once they're out in the hospitals working. We have an adult mannequin, as you see here. She simulates everything from a normal patient to wounds to trachs, IVs. You can give her medications. We have pediatric mannequins. We have a mom mannequin. We also have other models to where students can start IVs. They can put tubes and drains in. They can remove tubes and drains, do wound care. Also, if we lose clinical placement, then students can still simulate those real-world experiences in the lab to get the same experience and be prepared when they graduate and enter the workforce as a nurse.
Ian Hall having a good start for Olney Central as well. He's given up 4 runs, 6 hits. One of those runs was unearned. He has struck out 7, only walked 1. He's gotten Tucker Smith twice. Tucker going to see what he can do here, leading off the 6th. Looks at a fastball up. New second baseman in for Olney is Riley Huckabee. Huckabee, a redshirt sophomore from Jacksonville, Indiana. Drilled into left field. That's going to be in the corner or nearly to it. Tucker Smith's going to cruise into second base with a do-dat double. He's now 1 for 3. He was determined in that at-bat. He was going to get the bat on the ball. That's the first double of the day for Vol State. Second extra base hit. Easton Denning hit a 2-run home run in the 5th. Put Vol State up 4-0. And Jaden Perez, 0 for 2, looking for his first knock. Stands in from the left side. Wheel play around by Hall. See if he can get Smith leaning toward third, but Tucker wasn't falling for that move. Wide open left side as Jaden Perez is just bowed up here. Big fly out to right center field, and it will one-hop the Allen Cassidy Brick and Stone sign, and he will cruise into second base with an RBI do-dat double. Jaden Perez now 1 for 3. And Tucker Smith comes in to score the 5th run of the game. Back-to-back hits brought to you by Hit After Hit. There is action in the Olney Central bullpen as first-year pitching coach Cole Lambert will come out and have a confab at the mound. He played it right here at Olney Central College and then moved on to Oakland City University in Indiana. Daryl Handelsman in his 2nd year. They have carved out, it looks like a little spot here outside the dugout. I don't think I've ever seen a coach sit outside of the dugout. He's got a little chair sitting out there right by their on-deck area. As Bradley Pippin, who's 1 for 2, steps to the plate. The meeting is over. Lambert was a left-handed pitcher, I believe. Now 8 hits for Vol State. Pippin pops this one up on the right side. Huckabee shielding the sun and makes the catch for the first out. Tucker Lorenz comes to the plate. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Let's see if he can follow suit as Tucker Smith and Jaden Perez have done. Lorenz. Not sure what the schneid looks like. Tucker's on it. Makes a called strike on the inside corner. Started off hitting well. It has been tough. As he gets one off the end of the bat, that's going to fall in there. Coach McGuire giving the wave, and the throw is spiked. And in there with a 6th run of the game is Jaden Perez, RBI single by Tucker Lorenz. He'll take it. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective. Gunn came up throwing, and his throw went down into the dirt quickly. And that looks like the end of the contest for Ian Hall, as the head coach, Daryl Handelsman, is out of the dugout. So we'll take a break, tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the Vol State Sports Network. Evan Moore is the new pitcher on for the Blue Knights. Sophomore out of Edwardsville, Illinois. In relief of Ian Hall, who goes 5 1/3 innings. Gives up 9 hits, 6 runs to this juncture. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Gave up a long ball to Easton Denning. Faced 27 batters in the game, and he is the pitcher of record as it stands right now. Evan Moore on for his 8th appearance of the year. 6 2/3 innings, giving up 13 hits, 10 runs, 8 are earned, 11 walks, 8 strikeouts. He has plunked 2 opposing batters. I'm sure he didn't mean to. Ball State in this inning, double, pop out, single, produced 2 runs. Now top of the lineup, Gabe Eddington to greet Evan Moore with Tucker Lorenz on at first base. Lots of sunshine here. The wind has died down. First pitch is outside. It was blowing in right field toward the left field corner. More appropriately, center field to the left field corner, I guess, out of the northeast. But it has subdued. Eddington swings and fouls that one back. Gabe is 2 for 3. Had an infield single and scored his last time up in the 5th. Batting here for the second time in 2 straight innings. One's slider. You can really see gets underneath that pitch. I'm not sure if he's trying to make that be a big sweeper or looks to me like it's thrown too hard to be a sweeper. Lorenz dancing off of first. That's a nice pitch right there, but it looked like Smelt got crossed up. He was not expecting a breaking pitch. Did a good job to handle it, though. That did not look pretty. Swing and a miss on another breaking pitch that lands down low. Now 2 outs. First strikeout for Moore. Be up to Elijah Harris to continue the inning. He's 0 for 2. He scored twice. Swing and a miss. One run in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the 5th, 2 here in the 6th. Ball State leads 6-0. Let's go in game 2, guys. Tyler Eddington. Tyler Zeligman. There we go. Moore is staying with the breaking pitch. And Harris is struggling to put back the ball. Sunshine will continue to be a problem in the right field area, and that's a wave and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Moore as he comes in and strands Lorenz. 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors, 1 runner left aboard. We're going to the final inning. Ball State leads 6-0. You're listening to the Ball State Sports Network.
Man, thanks to that ball and personal price you gave me, I was able to scoop me up some new kicks.
Really? I like those. You look like you're ready for a marathon now.
You know, on second thought, we're always looking for some fresh talent. Have you thought about going back and playing?
Really? Man, have I ever. Wow.
Go to the goal. There you go, buddy. Jake.
You for real, Coach?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about the personal price, Coach. Everybody at Toyota Gallatin gets it. That's what makes us so special.
Well, on second thought, I think we're all booked up.
Come on, Coach. For real? Give me a shot.
We'll pass.
Oh, come on. Wow.
Nick Gotze back out on the mound for Vol State, trying to get the complete game. It'd be the first of the year for the pitching staff. He has a dozen strikeouts. He'll face 2, 3, and 4 here in the top of the 7th. Ren Harper, Caleb Siebers, and Andrew Krupa. First pitch, a breaking pitch lands down. Hello to Marissa Blank, who's checked in on tresports@gmail.com. And I am sorry that I missed you the weekend you all came in. That's when I was broadcasting the conference basketball tournament across the parking lot. And there's a hit batter. Gotze trying to get through this game without a plunking, and I think that might have nicked the shirt sleeve of Harper. He's been on twice in 3 at-bats, 1 for 2. The 11th hit batter of the year by Gotze. Let's see about a ground ball. Pop out by Siebers and a strikeout. He looks at a slider in there for a called strike. Don't know how many pitches that Gotze's thrown, but with a dozen strikeouts, but several of those were early counts. I mean, 3 and 4 pitches. So we have not had very many full count pitches. We haven't got to mention full count ministries, but we will have the full count ministries verse of the game along with the Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. And 0-2 pitch coming from the likely candidate. He picks up his 13th strikeout. Swing and a miss by Siebers. He struck out twice. And Pioneers are a ground ball away from ending the game. Andrew Krupa, left-handed hitting first baseman, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out, stands in. Starts to go and holds up on a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Wind picking up now, center field, out to left. Changeup misses down. Hear the wind in our crowd mic. Just down. Back-to-back left-handed hitters. Little bit of movement, but nobody actually throwing down in the Ball State bullpen. Pretty sure that Gotze's got a lot of leeway here. Exact same pitch taken for ball 3. A hit in the 3rd that was erased on a pickoff. A hit in the 4th that was stranded. 3-1 is high and outside. Ball 4, so a hit batter, a strikeout, now a walk. Put 2 on. Trevor Mutzi will go out to the mound to have a chat with Nicholas Gotze, freshman out of Indianapolis, Indiana. I think our only player from Indiana. Got a couple from Kentucky. Most players from Tennessee. We got 3 from Miami. Connor Cantillo and Jaden Perez and J.C. Menendez. Apparently we've got a baseball problem. We don't have enough of them. Aiden Key to have to deliver a few. Sure they're rubbed up. Squaring around the butt, fouling it back is Smelt, the catcher, who struck out twice. Brad Swope, the athletic trainer, he's good at rubbing up baseballs or softballs. Did that with some dirt the other day in the softball doubleheader. rubbing up some softballs. Chopper foul, and Godsey ahead in the count 0-2. Trying to finish this one off and get his third victory of the year in 5 decisions. Smelt does not offer at the high fastball. I believe this is the first time that these two teams have played in the 5 years that I've been calling games, at least in the spring. Might have played them in the fall at the JUCO Classics that we've played up in Marion, Illinois, that area up there by John A. Logan, and Thrillville territory in the Prospect League. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 1 out. Chopper to the left side and going to second base, but they are not in time to get the runner at second on the force. They weren't going to get Smelt at first. I think that's going to be a hit. I don't know that they'll show that. It's a fielder's choice. There they put a hit on the board. I don't think they were going to be able to get Smelt, so it's an infield single. His only play, Lorenz that is, was to second base, but I think he hesitated. Maybe he was thinking about going to third. But the bases are loaded. Brady Mode at the plate. He's 0 for 2, struck out twice. So now Gabe Eddington's going to hustle down. There's a slider in there for a called strike. Mode, the DH, shows he's a catcher and a right-handed pitcher from Louisville, Kentucky. As I said, I think he may have gone to high school with Kobe Ross, and he's down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes after that vicious breaking pitch. Kobe Ross, former Vol State Pioneer, now on the injured list for Olney Central. 1-2, swing and a miss. 14th strikeout for Nick Godsey. He may be looking for pitcher of the week in the TCCAA if he can finish this one off. 14 strikeouts in 6 2/3. Ian McCord got this deep in the game with a no-hitter. I think he had his about at 120 pitches. Not sure what Godsey's at, but Mike Gunn Jr. looks at a called strike on the outside corner. He's 1 for 2. Only one player in the lineup has not struck out. That's Ren Harper, who's down to third base. One pinch hitter, he also struck out. So 9 out of the 10 Blue Knights that have batted in this game have struck out at least once. And Godsey's a pitch away, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, Nick Godsey. The complete game shutout, 15 strikeouts in 7 innings, as this one belongs to the Pioneers in a game that takes 1 hour and 34 minutes to complete. The Pioneers get their 14th victory, move to 14-18. Nick Godsey moves to 3-2. And the Pioneers win this one 6-0. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Pioneers. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error for Olney Central. They left 3 on in that inning. No errors in the inning. Nick Godsey with the first complete game of the year for Vol State, and he gets the shutout. Let's get to our Full Count Ministries verse of the game before we get to our Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. Our verses all weekend are going to be found in the book of Isaiah. That is a major prophet in the Old Testament. Chapter 40, verse 8 is today's verse. The grass withers and the flowers fall, but the word of God, the word of our God, endures forever. That's Isaiah 40, verse 8. We thank Full Count Ministries for the use of their broadcast equipment here at Vol State. And our Toyota Gallatin player of the game, Dawson Sweetland. Go ahead. Tell me who it is. You're going to go with Nick Godsey. You're going to go way out on the limb on that one. Nick Godsey, our TOG, POTG. Congratulations. And Nick, go over there and pick you out a brand new Toyota. But you got to do it in the next 5 minutes. Vol State gets the Game 1 victory here in the doubleheader. We'll be back in about 25 minutes with game number 2, as Tyler Zeligman will get the start, I hear, from people who are in the know. So big 2-run home run by Easton Denning. Doubles by Tucker Smith and Jaden Perez. Perez picks up the RBI. An RBI single by Lorenz, RBI single by Noah Rice, an RBI single by Hudson Blank, as he is 1 RBI shy of the team lead that is now Easton Dennings at 25. Well, that'll do it for Game 1. We'll be back here shortly with Game 2 for Dr. Wendy Tossenson, the president of Vol State, and athletic director Bobby Hudson, who's working diligently down in our concession stand today. And for head coach Jim McGuire, this is Tim Reese saying God bless you and thank you for watching another edition of Vol State Baseball on the Vol State Sports Network.